Hello and once again welcome to automation. What I want to do today might turn out to be a little bit broken, cause I was thinking about making an engine that has all the bore you can get and literally no stroke. So technically we would be able to make really high RPM, but the torque should be pretty low. We will see about that in a second. First of all, we have to find a model that would fit this kind of an engine. It will be huge, even though its capacity won't be that big. Here it is, a proper body that I'm sure will fit our engine. Well, I am going to make it look like a 60s car, that's for sure, with some tweaks. Let's imagine this car was modified in 2020 to fit some kind of vision of a madman that wanted to fit this old car with a new engine, experimental engine, as I said, wide bore, really wide bore engine. As for materials, chassis type, we are going to pick something that fits this is the 60s era. So we are going with steel, ladder, chassis type, and galvanized steel or normal steel. Front longitudinal, cause otherwise we won't fit this engine here in any way. Suspension, let's say it was changed by this madman to double wishbones on front and the back. And now the most important part, that is the engine. We are going to create new one, obviously. 19 degree V8, block material magnesium. This one goes all the way to the top, this one goes to the bottom. Dual overhead cam, 4 volts for now. Composite material head, quality not changing anything yet. This slider goes all the way to the bottom, sorry. Crank. We are going with flat plane. And lightweight titanium, lightweight forged. No dampers at all for now. As I want to turbo it, we are going to lower the compression right now to 8 to 1. Cam profile, not changing it yet. Likely we will need a lot of springs and lifters as we are going for 12,000 RPM limit. VVT, I am going to give it, why not? Turbocharger, not now, we will come back here. Injection, direct injection, per cylinder, race intake manifold, not changing this yet. We are going for 100 octane fuel, fuel map, not yet. Headers, tubular race, exhaust dual, with mufflers, with catalytic converter. Well, right now we are suffering from severe wall floats, but fret not, we can change the quality sliders. And that's what we are going to do. Yes, they will be on plus 15, and now we can turbo it. I think at least we can turbo it. Yes, turbo, smart boost. And we are broken once again, knocking. It turns out exhaust is restricting us very hard, so we are going to make it bigger. Again, dual exhaust, 3-inch exhaust maybe, 76 millimeters, should be fine for now. And now we can tune it. So let me do it. By the way, I am not using any presets here, I am doing it by hand. So it seems like we need more quality on other parts, because we are suffering from wall float yet again. To fix that, we need to go to the top end and change the cam profiles all the way down, and we should be fine right there. Yeah, let's get back to our turbo. I feel like this turbo tuning is fine. We are at 825 horsepower and 655 newton meters of torque peak. As I said previously, we are making less torque than horsepower, let's say. We are going to stay also at 1.6 bar. We can crank it up a little bit more, but this curve gets a little bit unwieldy, and I feel like it will break the game, the car in BeamNG.drive. So we are going to stay at 1.6 bar. So we are sure this car will run. Anyway, this curve doesn't look that good. We could change the quality all the way up, and this it looks much better, but I am not sure about it, honestly. I made it so it makes more power on the low RPM, and we don't have this much of a turbo lag, since we are making high RPM anyway, so we can stay up almost on the whole range of it. I don't know. I feel like it fits maybe +5, and it smooths it nicely. Yeah, let's stay at +5 and let's tune the other parts. Well, as you can see, we don't need that big of an intake, so we can restrict it more and make more horsepower by doing so. So I am going to do that, and likely going to make the fuel map much more richer. Also maybe advanced ignition timing. Yeah, I'm going to keep it. And we are at 880. Yes, 880 horsepower right there, and almost 700 newton meters of torque. I also lowered the header size a little bit, so now we are making 900 horsepower peak and still almost 700 newton meters of torque. Right now I am going to show you how it sounds, and it sounds pretty good in my opinion, as it's on flat plane crank. Well, later on we will see how it goes in BeamNG.drive. Right now we should move on to designing this thing. But before we start placing fixtures on it, I'd like to make the engine appear in there, so we know how it fits. I don't know if I should go with rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. I guess I am going to keep it rear. Dual clutch, 8. I am not tuning it right now. Differential open, 4 now again, and let's see what more we have to do to make this engine appear. Okay, as you can see, I made it so the engine is right there. We can see it, and now we can start designing this thing. Well, as you can see, not much would fit in this engine bay. I was thinking about making it the hood disappear, so we can look at this magnificent thing. Let's say that's what was all about for the madman owner of this car and the maker of this car. I've started with designing the engine bay, as it's the main point of this build, showing off this big, well, not that big in liters engine, but big in size. So here we are, it's 2.5 liters of course, and presenting like a magnificent beast it is. Remember, from 2.5 liters we are making 900 horsepower. So to make this I just made it transparent roof from glass, placed few pieces there to cover the chassis, and now we can just watch our thing right there. I must admit, I am tempted to leave a big hole on the front, maybe make my own custom grill right there, and show off this engine even more. Maybe do the same thing on the side here. Oh no, I won't be able to do that because I made these panels right there. Well, anyway, I am going to fiddle with the front right now. Checking in to show you my progress. As you can see, well, the front end is mostly done. I kept the idea of keeping it open and designed my own front grille that does not cover much, so you can clearly see what's inside there. The bumper bars, some additional vents, and right now I am in the process of designing front lights, headlights. Well, I am having issues with this, and I think I've been talking about it in every single one of my videos. Well, in my opinion, this is the hardest part, making the lights work and fit the whole build. Same thing will be with the back end. And of course there are the exhausts. They are going to be sticking out right there, or I will move them to the hood and pop them right there. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think I like this idea at all. Oh well, there's also a barely visible front lip. Well, let me try a few things with these headlights. That's the front done. I think I went a little bit overboard with it. What I mean is it doesn't look like a 60s muscle car, but more like a, I don't know, Mercedes from the 80s. Oh well, anyway, we are rolling with it. So I went ahead and designed my own headlights. A lot of fixtures there. These are the indicators, but hidden, and inside of them there are actual headlights, also fog lights and simple indicators right there. Oh, I think it sticks together pretty nice with all this chrome in there. Right now we need to go to the back end and make this one work too. Well, wish me luck. I guess I'm about done with the back end, rear end of this car. As you can see, once again I built my own lights, tail lights this time. They are glitching through though. Hopefully they will export just fine into BeamNG. If not, I might be in need of fixing them. Also gave something to define the sides of this car. Fuel cap is there. I need to change the rims. I need to add handles, wipers, and obviously do something with the insides of this car. Don't know what will it be for now. I'm sure I will come up with something. Well, as of now, the build looks good. I could leave it like that, to be honest, and export it. But I'm going to keep working on it. I guess this car is what you would call a chrome overflow. There's chrome literally everywhere, and it would make you blind if you looked at it directly at it in the sun. But that's how the owner of this car intended, the one that projected it, and that's how it is. Well, let's keep on working. Well, this is definitely going to be one of my most detailed builds up to date. I decided to do the whole inside of this car, as you can see. I don't know if it's worth it, but I've started it, so I'm going to finish it. Yeah, if it's like that, I just need to add the dashboard and the seats. And yeah, this exhaust is going to be sticking out like that. It's quite bugged, sadly. Oh well, that was a lot of work. But I'm done now with the inside. I need to just to adjust a few things so they fit nicely. Yeah, like that. And this is the interior done. I've spent way too much time on it, but it looks really good and it's detailed. There's the seat shifter, the handbrake, kinda improvised. Yeah, 2 seats. We don't need the rear bench here anyway. So I guess that's all. We can move on. Wonder how it will look in BeamNG.drive. I really do wonder. Here it looks just perfect. It can be very rewarding to do something that complicated and succeed at it. Oh, at least in my opinion, succeed at it. I don't know what are your thoughts about it. Okay, so let's move on. The last thing about looks are the tires. Well, they have to be real wide for purposes of our car. The rear one is not even fitting. 305s or max. I want them bigger, that's for sure. 18s, 19s. Can squeeze a little bit more. Yeah, I guess 18s are going to be perfect right there. Huge tires overall. Okay, now we can go back to gearing and try it out. So the game says we are spinning all the way to the 4th gear and our top speed could be even 375 kilometers. I am going with dual clutch gearbox, that's for sure. I don't know how many gears. 7 should be enough. Spacing. We will make them a little bit longer. Maybe then give it 8th gear. Yeah. Something like that should be good. At least I think so. Electrical SD. Yeah, this car was upgraded as much as it could be by this mad owner right now. Do we need any wider front tires? That's the question. I guess we do not. Let's make them like that. Also, rim material. We are going with alloy. Painted chrome, of course. Let's change that now. That's done. Now onto the brakes. We can make huge brakes on the front and we need them, it seems. Same with the rear end. Size. Let's keep the big ones, but make the force less. And raise preset for these ones. The game says from 100 to 0 we will make it in 33 meters, so it's not that bad. No brake fade at all. So I guess we are good there. But even less force on the rear would be great. Yeah, more on the front, like that. Let's move on. Let's give it a sport under tray and leave the wings like that. Yeah, I don't want to mess them up too much. It should be fine. This, remember, we have 2 seats in the front, interior. I don't know, maybe we'll make it sport with standard hood. How much it adds of weight? 15. Yeah, let's leave it like that, and braking is broken again. Oh gosh. Engine of this size is not making it any easier for us, I guess. Well, we have to go with it. We could make it a bit lighter, but I don't know how much it weighs right now. So let's check it. 2000 kilos, and look at that. It's 50-50 front and rear. How it's even done? The engine itself weighs a lot. Well, I guess not that much. Huh. Okay. Let's keep going. Right height is the fun part. We can lower it all the way down, and we are going to do it. Because it makes look this car even better than it did before. And now we have to tune the suspension. In the aerodynamics we were, well, right now we are into oversteer territory again. So I don't know what to do about it. I guess we will go with very stiff suspension, kinda race preset, something like that, like I set it here. Oh, and I realized I haven't named this thing yet. I don't have any good idea of what to name it here. I guess I will name it like that. Since I gave it a badge with a dragon, I named it Drachen, which means dragon in German, and Hellhound just cause, well, it has some infernal origins. Let's be frank here with this engine under the hood. That's quite a beast there. Well, let's export it into BeamNG and try it out there. See you in a bit. Here we are in BeamNG.drive, and look at that interior. It exported great without any issues. Yeah. We are now on the East Coast map. Sorry, West Coast map. And we are going to drive around for a bit. But first of all, let's look how this car exported. Beside interior, which is just great. Oh no, inside cam this time. Sadly. Well, we can work without that. There are a few issues. The front, the headlights are a bit broken. There should be a glass before them. There is, but it's very transparent for some reason. The front grille is fine. You can see right through it. The glass hood is also fine. Backlights are a bit broken, sadly. Okay, let's see, or rather, let's hear how it sounds. Quite fine, if I may say so. It has some turbo lag up to 4000 RPM. Also, when you look at ESC, it constantly fights it. So let's try sports mode. Yeah, still it fights it. The good thing is car doesn't break. Engine doesn't explode instantly. It sticks pretty well to the road. Let's go into manual. Oh, damn. Okay, definitely nothing happened there. Let's try it now without ESC. In manual. There's a highway, I think. Oh, we can get up it this way. Maybe I will find a way in. I really would like to try some of my cars with a wheel. Maybe someday I will do that. But there's a lot of setup involved, so I'm not really looking forward to it. So far, I've been really liking my own creations. I don't know if any of you wanted to try them for yourselves. I might start adding them into the repository. Oh, all tires are defeated. Anyway, let's keep on driving. If enough of you would be interested in trying out my creations, I might start adding them, but I need to know first. Also, you might want to modify them for yourselves, so I might share the import data. Anyway, we should try it out in terms of top speed. Here it could be good. Yeah, so I'm at 280 right now, and it's still going. I changed the gearing a little bit, off camera of course. It's supposed to go up to 400 kilometers now. Again. Remember, it's only rear-wheel drive. Okay, we are losing grip. Well, we won't make it. Yeah, I think we should try it on a drag strip or something like that. Okay, we are at the drag strip now, and I'd like to try this car against one of my other creations. That is, well, I'm sure you can hear it in the background now, as it's quite loud. It was the Benevento Infernale. It's also around 900 horsepower. It's all-wheel drive, and it has 6-liter V16 engine. And this one, a muscle car, if you want to call it like that, has 2.5-liter V8 with max possible bore and no stroke at all. So that could be fun to try against each other. Well, we were faster at the start, but now the other car took us by quite a bit, sadly. 10.5, still not that bad. I wonder how this car would drive with all-wheel drive transmission. Right now we are on rear-wheel drive, and it's quite stable. Well, on high speeds it completely loses grip, but I guess that's quite natural for a car with not much downforce. Still, like you can see, I can take these corners fairly easily with quite high speed, and I'm not the best driver around there. Well, I missed this corner completely. I can't get around this engine sticking out like that. It looks magnificent. You must admit it. This whole car is well made, if I may say so myself. Well, I think we should end it off with some top speed test and maybe a crash test. Remember, this car still has 60 safety, so it could be a pancake after one crash. Yeah, let's burn some tires. Some drift. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. To be honest, I expected this build to be complete failure, but here we are. Car works like a charm, with few minor issues, like the taillights and headlights. And this interior is a fine addition to it. It fits whole build quite fine. Of course, the main part was the engine, proudly presented by this glass hood and front grille that's not existing really. Yeah, I don't think we are going to reach 400 kilometers with this. It picks up speed way too slow. I don't know if maybe if I disabled the aerodynamics completely, it would make it. But also it could be completely uncontrollable. And right now we can drive it just fine. Take corners and all of that stuff. Well, I guess the only thing that's left is to end it off with a crash. Or hop to the moon. Or make this guy pancake of this car. Oh well. And the engine still works. Sorry, I can't contain myself. Okay, so I guess this video is done, right about done. That's all always. Thank you for watching. I don't know what will be next. We will see. So, again, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Yeah. It drives great, I'm telling you.